Welcome to our on-demand training for the Statewide Environmental Project Tracker, or SWEPT. This training is provided by the Florida Department of Transportation, or FDOT, Office of Environmental Management, or OEM. In today's video, I'll provide a general overview of SWEPT and how to prepare a Type 1 Categorical Exclusion, or Type 1 CE. Please note, the information in this video comes from our test server. These are not live projects and are presented for demonstration or training purposes only. Log into SWEPT with your username and password. Click the blue Sign In button. On the SWEPT homepage, the My Projects section lists projects that you have been assigned to. Before demonstrating how to access a project in the checklist, I'll show you around SWEPT. The left menu is organized according to key SWEPT tools. Click the hamburger icon above the OEM and SWEPT logos to collapse or expand the menu. Collapsing the menu allows for more space when working in SWEPT on a smaller screen. My alerts list activities requiring your attention. My inbox displays a copy of emails you have received for SWEPT. Projects needing approval contains a district signatures report that lists projects ready to be processed. This report also allows users to see where projects are in the overall approval process. Reports contains a categorical exclusion report that shows all CE projects that have been approved in SWEPT. The Help option includes additional guides and documentation for the SWEPT tools and reports, a page listing SWEPT contacts, and What's New items. For additional help, the OEM contact information is displayed at the bottom of SWEPT. In the upper right of SWEPT, access account-specific pages and other options. The envelope icon opens the My Inbox page, and the bell icon opens the My Alerts page. As previously discussed, these pages can also be accessed from the left menu. The Account Settings is a drop-down menu with options to change your password, update contact information, or log out of SWEPT. Depending on the role a user has, there may be an additional option to delegate authority to another user so they may take action on your behalf. For example, a project manager on extended leave can delegate authority to another user. Search SWEPT for documents, contacts, or projects by typing all or part of a keyword into the search bar in the upper right of the screen. For example, you can type in the financial management or FM number, part of the project description, or a unique identifier assigned to a project. Click the magnifying glass and the search results page is shown. Scroll the page to review the results section. Select a result, such as a project, and the main project page will load. When applicable, generate a PDF, zip, Excel spreadsheet, or Word document of the current page and its contents. Otherwise, the buttons are disabled. In the upper left corner of SWEPT, above the hamburger icon, the breadcrumb trail helps you determine what page you are on and where it is located in the site. Click a link in the breadcrumb trail to return to a previously visited page. I'll click Home to return to the SWEPT homepage. Now that we are back on the homepage, let's access a project and create a Type 1 CE checklist. In the My Project section, click an FM number and the main project page will display. General project information is displayed at the top of the page. Scroll down to the Project Documents section. Look for the Environmental Review Process topic that is found in the blue header. For Create New Type 1 Categorical Exclusion Checklist, click the green Create button towards the right side of the page, and a new checklist will open in SWEPT. Let's begin filling out the checklist. Click the blue Edit button to add or adjust an additional identifier. This is unique to your project and can help easily identify what it's for. It can also help distinguish this project from other Florida Department of Environmental Protection or FDEP grant program projects with the same FM number. There is no limit to how many identifiers you add. Relate other projects using the Related Identifiers field. Start typing the name of the identifier, and a list matching the content of the text being entered is displayed. Click on the desired identifier to add it. The fields highlighted on the screen are automatically pulled in from our work program. As this is a statewide program, you will notice that the county name says Florida. We recommend the first item to include in the project description is the county name to assist in easily identifying the location. Local Agency Program, or LAP, is not applicable to FDEP grant projects. Use the drop-down to select No. Interchange Access Request, or IAR, is also not applicable to FDEP grant projects. Ensure that the No radio button is selected. The CE type is a code that is in the regulation, and yours will usually be C3. Select the C radio button and use the drop-down to select 3, Construction of Bicycle and Pedestrian Lanes, Paths, and Facilities. Use the text area to input your project description. This is where you can start off by entering the county name. The project description is usually about a paragraph in length and contains information such as how long the trail is, the exact location, and what updates will be made. The next question is very important as you are verifying this action will not induce significant impacts to planned growth or land use for the area. Travel patterns involve significant air or water quality impacts. This is what makes this a categorical exclusion. If you cannot verify that, it means the project cannot be a categorical exclusion and you would need to contact the FDEP project manager or FHWA. Otherwise, click the Verified checkbox to proceed with the Type 1 CE. This will display the rest of the checklist. Before proceeding with the rest of the checklist, let's save our work and return to the main project page. Click the blue Save Draft button towards the upper right of the page. A small green success message displays. In the upper right of Swept, next to the search box, click the filing cabinet icon and return to the main project page. As the checklist is in progress, you can see information has been populated on the main project page, such as the additional and related identifiers, project description, LAP, and IAR. Let's open the checklist again and fill out the remaining information. Scroll down to the Project Documents section and the Environmental Review Process topic. There is now a draft Type 1 CE checklist available. Clicking the link will open a PDF version of the draft checklist. Click the Edit button to continue working on the checklist. Let's begin with question 1, right-of-way. Each question has different information needed and different documentation for the question to be considered complete. Towards the right side of the page, a red exclamation point indicates information or documentation is still needed for the corresponding question. Once the documentation is complete for a question, in this case, selecting an option using the radio button, the exclamation point is now a green check mark. Let's move on to the next question. Depending on the option selected for a question, additional questions related to that topic may display. For example, sociocultural effects displays additional questions when yes is selected. Complete each sub-question by selecting or entering the appropriate information. Remember to check towards the right of the page to make sure all required documentation for the question has been satisfied. Let's move on to the next question. Wetland impacts are highlighted in question 3. In general, FDEP grant projects will be under the nationwide permit. The next question relates to bridge permits. Question 5 relates to floodplains. 6A references wild and scenic rivers or a study river, while 6B references rivers on the Nationwide Rivers Inventory or NRI. The next question involves the Endangered Species Act or ESA. Question 8 pertains to Section 4F. The FDEP grant program projects qualify as an exception. A standard statement for the question response has automatically been placed. Let's continue completing the checklist. Cultural resources in Section 106 are highlighted in question 9. Select the response, and please note this question will always require documentation in the form of a document upload, regardless of what option is selected. Click the blue Upload button, and the attachment dialog displays. Choose your file by clicking the green Choose File button and searching your computer for the document you would like to upload. Now that you have selected a file, you can add a title or brief description, update the publication date. The following 3 questions are automatically defaulted to the most common answers and relate to if the document is an attorney work product, part of the administrative record, or is it potentially exempt from public record? Please pay attention to this question in case your document includes locations to historical information that you would not want to be made public. The Supported Questions section allows you to associate what questions the document being uploaded supports. In some cases, a single document may contain information to several questions, and if needed, those could be selected. Otherwise, it defaults to the question where the document is being uploaded. Click the blue Save button in the bottom right of the dialog to save and upload the document to the checklist. The document that was uploaded is accessible in the appropriate documentation section of the current checklist question. There are 3 remaining questions on the checklist. Question 10 is noise considerations. Question 11 is contamination. General comments and documentation are required. The final question on the checklist is number 12. Planning consistency requires documentation to be uploaded. This section lists all documents that have been uploaded to support the checklist. Be sure to save your project as draft by clicking the blue Save Draft button. After the checklist is complete and you are ready to begin the approval process, click the green Send to PM button. A confirmation page displays. The PM will receive a notification and an alert in SWEPT letting them know that a project is ready for review. The PM can click the link in the notification to directly access the Type 1 CE checklist. Or they can log into SWEPT and access the District Signatures report from the left menu under Projects Needing Approval. From this report, Click the green Review button to access the Type 1 CE checklist. The PM can review the checklist in SWEPT, or they can download a PDF copy by clicking the PDF icon in the upper right of the page. The PDF contains basic project information, the description, and responses to all questions entered by the data entry user. Links to view the supporting documentation are also included. When the PM has completed their review of the Type 1 CE checklist, they can scroll to the Approval section at the bottom of the checklist. There are options to send to FHWA for approval, or return the checklist to the editors for additional updates. After clicking the green Submit button, the checklist is sent to FHWA. They will receive a notification letting them know that a project is ready for review. I hope you found the demonstration helpful. As I pointed out, you can find detailed videos and guidance in the left-hand menu under Help. Please feel free to contact us if you have additional questions. For assistance using SWEPT, please contact our OEM Help Desk. Thank you.